NCRP Productions presents Fantasy Flight's Star Wars RPG, Season 2, Episode 5.
Hello, and welcome to the table in a galaxy far, far away. I'll be your host, DM David, and today we're playing Star Wars by Fantasy Flight Games. The three books we will be playing are Age of Rebellion, Edge of Empire, and Force and Destiny as one collective game. Let's meet our players, starting to the left.
Hi, this is Josh. I am playing Locke, the Iridonian Zabrak bounty hunter gadgeteer.
Hey, it's Barry. I'm playing the Squib Grist. I'm a Shadow Sentinel.
Hi, it's Ty. I'm playing Victus, the Twi'lek, Mystic, Makashi, Duelist.
So many M's.
This is Jessica, and I will be playing Jimothy, the Jawa Demolitionist.
You mean the Demolitionist?
What?
Gemolist.
I was like,
Come on, guys, got to keep the alliteration.
I have to
Right.
think really hard before I say the
I wish
last
there was like a
word.
class like Marine, and so like I'm playing Jimothy, the Jawa Jarhead.
Excellent. So before we start, just like always, we'll roll our D12s, the white force dice, and see how our destiny's looking with our light and dark side.
Oh, it was almost too white, and it
Let's-
ends up being one black instead.
Let's start from the left. What do we got?
One dark.
One dark.
It's been
Guys.
a while since I rolled a light side.
Oh,
Too white.
yeah.
I also have two white.
Oh no! What is going
We have
on?
another,
Let it rain.
Right there
All right,
in the
guys.
box, right in front
Hang
of
on though. I do gotta kind of pull in the
you. It
parade.
was a snake.
So there would have been 4 light bad people.
Some of us.
Hey man,
So
I guess we're not
it's-
pointing fingers.
I thanked Grist. That must give me some brownie points with God, right? Just get myself out of the evil boy hole.
So it is three light side, 3 dark side.
There
Well,
is balance in the force.
Yeah, there is a perfect balance in force today.
This is like in
how long that
this is the
lasts.
end when they're
Yeah.
trying to get their way into heaven by doing like really just superficially nice stuff.
Yes.
You look so nice today. It look like I just think you're such a kind person, and
Yeah.
it's not like why isn't it working? It's like,
Yeah.
you're not being nice. You're just being kind.
Yeah, this isn't good things. This is just nice things. So when we last left our team, they are on Vendaxa, trying to find the JL-12F detonation from a last known location in a remnant compound. They had recently killed an Acklay and were found out from some troopers from the base. Victus overheard them say radio the garrison and decided to take decisive action, was able to unhelmet the lieutenant and then sadly lost his life.
What? Wait, what? Since when?
You're just a ghost now.
He lives
I'm a
with us-
force ghost.
He lives with us in Force Spirit.
Use the force, Grist.
He was brought low, but was able to recover due to a spectacular explosion from Jimothy taking out 2 of the troopers, Locke doing a precision shot, killing the sergeant, their corpses looted like the savages you are. You made your way north.
Hey, it was all under the leadership of me.
Yeah,
All's fair in rebellion and war.
exactly. You guys work for the Black Sun. You should have done worse to these bodies. How come you didn't leave them desecrated? You made it to the compound that they described, this large comm tower, seemingly protected by, well, advanced technology on a backwaters planet, an electrical fence keeping out Acklay and other animals. Due to team decision making, Grist was force lifted by the still alive Victus and dropped into the enemy compound. Decision making stalled you out as the patrol parties met, and when we last left, your plan, the troopers were calling out to see where the team that you guys had destroyed brought their attention to the helmet that Grist still kept with him. So when we start in, they were entering into this compound. The electric fence is still going. You're in this Durasteel place. You were hiding in the shadows, Grist, behind this stairwell. Excuse me, I apologize. As the 6 troopers have turned to face your direction, let me see if they spotted you. They hear the sound of the helmet, but are they intelligent enough to see your stealth?
Quick question. Regarding the gun emplacement, can we see the gun from where we're at, or was that for Grist only?
That's for Grist only.
Okay.
Essentially, the
I
surprise
couldn't
would be...
remember if that
yeah.
was everyone saw it or if he saw it. Okay.
Let's see, what is their perception is based off of cunning. What is their cunning? In Grist, you had 3. Grist, as these guys kind of like look over, they stop for a second. Things are tense as you're quiet. They all kind of look over at your area. You can see one of them begins to kind of raise his blaster, and the other one's like, just go out there. Like, I know you don't want to, just get out there. Fine. As the first patrol that was wandering begins to head towards the gate, you see them enter a couple command buttons. The gate opens.
Right. If I'm watching this, I'm still holding my breath.
Yeah.
But if I'm watching this, can I possibly see the code?
Give me a quick perception with a 2 difficulty.
Come on. 1 net advantage, sadly. So I'm going to heal a strain.
What I could give you for this, the starting number is 1.
Okay.
There is a
and it's only 3 numbers?
It's a 4-digit code.
4-digit code.
That only leaves us
with
999 other options.
Come on. You were like, I can't see their hands. Their big old gloves and blasters are in the way. For those outside, you see the gates open that as they pull open. You actually all hear the thrumming kind of stop for a second, that electrical thrum. You can see past these 3 troopers wearing similar camouflage storm armor begin to walk out, and you can see back there's an unarmed mounted turret that's just kind of sitting at the ground, and there's a second door leading into this compound's main building. After a couple of minutes, them walking past you and going further in, you just kind of hear them talking, being like, I swear to goodness, I swear if I get eaten, like, I'm going to come back here and I will make them regret it. As troopers are just kind of upset with having to do their duty, the gates close and you hear,
Jimothy looks to Locke, kind of motions to his grenade bandolier and says, Ibana kaboom?
Not now.
Quietly?
Not yet.
No such thing as quiet explosions, Jimothy. Is this Jimothy?
Stealth explosion.
Quiet explosion?
You know,
No, I meant he said that quietly.
Oh, gotcha.
Not that he would explode quietly.
I always love in games. There's certain games I enjoy. I won't mention them, but I just love it because you always have to like mine or cut trees, and it's very loud. And you're like, oh, but I gotta crouch. So now I'm stealth harvesting, and you're like cutting wood, and just like going from thunk, thunk to thunk, thunk. And I'm like, yes, no one will know. So, what are you doing, team?
So we kind of lay low as we let them pass, hopefully, and then we had thought that they might track the helmet, but that doesn't appear to be the case. And if they are several, or at least a couple hours away, between 1 and 2 hours away, then it will hopefully take them a while to get there and back. So,
Is there anyone inside the compound near to me right now? And by the way, the helmet is turned off.
Yes, sorry, I do remember you turned off. Remember, there were 6 troopers total. The first patrol and then the second patrol that came out from
3
the door.
just left.
And so the 3 begin their patrol around.
Where are the other 3?
They are starting to walk
Away from me.
Yep,
That's
they're
all I
walking.
care.
Yep.
All right. So as soon as they are outside my area, I'm like, guys, there's 3 troopers coming your way. And I have a good portion of the combination for the front gate.
You're not wrong. You have 25% of it.
that is
I
a
didn't give
portion.
them a number or
It's
a percentage,
portion.
I just told
It's
them
not a
I-
good portion, but it's a portion. Yeah, we just saw them. They just passed. I think we're in the clear on them.
All right. So the troopers inside here, they have moved away from me as well. So let's give them 15 minutes to get farther into the woods, and I think you guys are right. I think we move quick.
Is there only 3 in the whole compound?
I don't know. I've only seen 3
We saw
others.
6. You saw 6.
You killed 3.
No.
There's 3 that just left, and now there's 3 walking around. So
Yeah.
there's
Right,
about
I don't.
9.
All right, so out of
the
game,
3 patrol
out
talking
of
to
game
the
though. I
3.
don't know if there's anyone in the building, in the hangar, in the What I'm saying is, inside here, there's just 3 that I can see.
Okay, gotcha.
And that's all I saw. Also from my vantage point up on the stairs.
Jimothy, do you think you could disable the transponder without disabling the comlink?
I'll try.
I mean, is that
Difficulty on
Okay, so you're trying to affect the helmets, or
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to keep the comm on so that we can
Yeah,
hear what
but
they're
without
doing.
You just
ping
can't
ability.
transmit.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be, I would say, do you have any type of mechanics toolkits with you? Right now?
Is it mechanics or computers? If
Sorry,
it's
yes,
mechanics,
this would be computers.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a mechanical kit or anything.
I don't.
but
I mean, I honestly don't know. I just
Yeah, sorry, this would be computers if you're going to try to, like, wire it. You could also skullduggery it and try to just like break the chip out. That would be an option too.
I think my computers would be
Okay.
more successful.
Okay. Yeah.
And I am assisting with 3 intellect, so you get an extra green.
An extra green? All right.
Yep.
And then the difficulty on that side?
This would be a 2 difficulty.
2 difficulty.
The helmets are not that advanced. They are meant more for protection and easy used emergency panic functions.
Okay. I got a triumph.
Oh man, look at all that
I don't
bad
know
luck
how
from
that
last
works
week.
with the 2 failures, though.
So, the triumph counts as you will automatically succeed.
Okay.
If it was combat, what it would do is it would automatically kick off the critical, and you would still technically hit. That would be a combat effect. It's always one of those weird ones because you're like, I triumphed, and I just... Could you take it away? There's a way to break it down. A triumph technically counts as 1 advantage and 1 success for some reason. So you'd be like, how do I still fail, but I got a triumph?
Yeah.
So if my essentially is, if you get a triumph, it's an auto success.
Okay.
Make it nice and easy.
Good job, pal.
Thanks.
Excellent. So yeah, you guys kind of take a few moments, take your helmet. You can still hear and transmit. You just click, turn off that ping device. It's essentially like a small something the size of like a watch battery. You can feed it to an animal, throw it away, leave it there, use it later. You know, essentially you have a free like GPS spot.
All right. Well, Jimothy hands it back to...
Yeah, so, I mean, can I wear the helmet
Yeah.
without modification? Because if I can, then I want to just put it on and
It's-
keep my ear to the comm link.
It'll work. It's going to
It'll just set a little high.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
little high. I mean, you can still see. It's a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But essentially, yes, it will.
Cool. Yeah, I want to keep it on so that I can monitor their communication without...
Really, the only certain species that truly need it are like the Torgaruda, the Twi'leks, the people that have the very large like tendrils. Zabrak are humanoid enough that it's considered essentially the same.
Cool.
So you have this helmet that no longer has a transponder, but does have communications. What is your plan?
Time passes, 15 minutes.
Yeah. Give them some time.
All I'm doing from in here is laying low and watching to see what the patrol does. Like, is there a time for the patrol? The gate. All right, so let me go back to that. When the gate opened, is it, reasonably quiet, or is it conk?
It's reasonably
Oh God, so it's loud.
Yeah.
So if it opened for some reason,
Yeah.
shit. All right, guys. So here's the other part of the problem. That gate, from at least my side, it's pretty loud. If I open it, there's a reasonable chance they'll hear it, unless there's somewhere. Hang on a sec. I'll be right back. So I'm gonna go to the other gate.
Okay, so you're gonna follow.
Yep. And so if the troopers went to the right, I'm going to the left.
Gotcha.
Troopers went to the left, I'm going to the right.
So you're in the southern section.
Yep, I get it.
They went right, so you're gonna go.
I'm going to go up left,
Okay.
right? So I'm going to go up left. I'm going to stealth. What I want to do is I want to see if I can see where they are. My idea is I'm going counter direction to them to see where they're at, and then based on that, see how far they are, and try and figure out, are they going around in a circle? Are they just walking back and now they're just drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes?
Give me a perception check of 1 difficulty.
All right.
I will accept that the stealth you still have, because you haven't really made any major stealth changes, will still be the same.
1 success and 3 advantage.
Okay. Advantage can be used to heal strain.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do, because I don't know if there's any other advantage thing I can do with
Essentially,
this.
what you see, they are walking counterclockwise. This area is big, but it definitely shouldn't take you 30 minutes to walk around the compound.
Okay.
Maybe 15 if you're walking at like a fairly leisurely pace. This isn't meant to be so ginormous.
Now, also,
So,
that
but
I've gone this far, I also want to look and see, do I see any other movement in any of the other structures or area around here?
So the structures that are out there, you see speeder bikes. Collectively, you have spotted what looks like 6 speeder bikes, 2 larger like hover pad trucks, like some of their bigger ones that you see in like Andor or Mandalorian that people sit in, are Obi-Wan. They're kind of like the dump trucks or troop transport trucks.
How many trucks?
You see 2.
Okay, keep going.
No one seems to be out here. They seem to be just kind of they're like in their own little hangar bays. The only other things you see periodically is you'll see near the north and south gate on the compound, not the big wall. There's a small little like door that'll be, and a little like Mouser droid with like tank treads rolls out, so it's like and like kind of goes around, and you see it's like kind of bouncing over the somewhat like dirty, muddy road, and then it makes its way to like each of the generators, kind of like like checks on them and then moves away, and then like leaves a muddy trail as it runs its way back.
And it's just going over and over in circles with them? Or
Kind of like, you've seen it over like 15 minutes. It does it about every 5 minutes. It goes and just kind of like runs up to a generator. Like backs up, reverses, and goes to the next one. It kind of just seems to be expecting the generators, as which you would have to take a guess at.
And it goes to the ones on the far side, then comes around to the ones on this side?
Yeah, it pretty much goes like North Gate, West Gate, South Gate, East Gate. It's doing clockwise as well.
Okay, all right. So I've gone counterclockwise to see them going clockwise. I'm going to zip around, or backwards to what I just said.
You went clockwise, they went counterclockwise.
All right, so now I'm going the other direction, so I'm going to follow them counterclockwise.
Okay.
And I want to, quietly come up behind where they're at, to where I can see them, not directly behind them, and see if they continue around again.
Essentially, as they make it back down to that south gate.
If once they're what I would guess to be at the leisurely rate they're walking, once they get mostly to the south gate, I'm going to zip to the north gate to the panel.
Yeah. So they pass. Funny thing, you do see them as like they're kind of talking and walking. They're kind of just a little bored. You see some of them be kind of like will pull out like either their vibro knife and like try to like catch it. Like they're doing like just essentially they're bored soldiers. And then one of them starts taking pot shots at the Mouser droid.
Oh.
The little like meow, you hear like meow, and like scares off.
Their engineer would not be happy.
You can hear them like as the trooper that does it, the one who looks like their sergeant, kind of like pistol whips him with the butt of the gun, like real fast, and he's like, "Oh, knock it off! You know, though, we need those to keep an eye on the generators. I don't want to come out here and check on them." As it runs off, you can run over to the north gate as they continue their way south.
So what I'm going to do at the north gate, there's a number panel.
Yes.
I'm going to flip one of those white tokens to black. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bit of dirt from below, that now fine, run over dirt, and I'm going to dust it up the panel. I'm going to see if there's maybe 4 of the buttons that seem to have been pushed. That would hold fingerprints, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I like it. I like this. This is why he's the Shadow Sentinel. Using that cool underworld
Spy stuff.
Yeah. As you toss it up, you can see that there are some places that have a little bit more wear and tear, and you can see that the dust sticks to that oil that comes from, like hands and grease. The numbers you see are 1, 2, 3, and 5.
That's so strange. That's the exact same code I have on my luggage.
That's so.
And
If you remember from last week, that was the code.
Yeah.
That was the
emergency compound.
All right.
It's so weird. Yeah.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to push 1, 2, 3, see if it does anything.
After a second, you can see like you enter like 1, 2, 3, and it goes meh, meh, as a little red light kind of like blinks to let you know.
All right. Do a little bit of stretching, and then 1, 2, 3, 5. And I'm going to run back to the shadows because I'm expecting the gate to open.
As you do, as you hear...
All right, and now I am running... Oh, God. I'm running straight back to the middle because I don't know which way they're going to come.
So they've been going clockwise.
They should be going clockwise. So I run back there, and then I think, they shouldn't come the other way. And I'm going to try and stay in shadows, but I'm going to go 12 to 6, hoping they're going 6 to 1.
Did you tell us anything about what you were doing?
Not yet.
Okay.
They also, as a heads up, facing to that north gate that you were on, the north side of the combat facing the north gate, there is another unarmed mounted turret facing out towards it with the same raised bars.
Got it.
Can these turrets rotate 360 degrees and shoot inward upon the...
It's a beautiful question, Locke. It's a beautiful question.
Just curious. Are these outward only? Or are they on an arc?
When you come in, you may see it. but that's a Grist question. But I like your way of thinking.
So run back around.
Yep.
I'm not going to run all the way to the south gate just in case they're still there going, oh, screw it, it's just a mechanical problem.
Yeah. The funny thing, as you make it around, you can hear it. You have pretty decent hearing. Mm-hmm. The troopers kind of like stop for a second. They're like, what was that? You can hear everyone hears over the comm. Did anyone exit out of North Gate? Nope. This is Green. This is Blue Squadron. No. Red Squadron. No. 12th Legion. No. People are just going through their numbers, like doing it. And they're like, it sounds like it's another malfunction. Go check on it. Guys, like, this is what you get. You pissed off the Mouser droid. And you hear they're kind of like, they pick up that, like the marching footsteps as they start to run, continuing their counterclockwise motion back up north.
Crap. So I see them coming that way. So I'm going to zip to the middle and then go around. So again, I was running 12 to 6. I catch myself as they're coming. I'm going to zip across to basically 3 and then go 3 to 6.
Gotcha, yeah. So they'll run past you as they're like, oh crap, we heard the gate open.
All right.
We need
I'm
to
going to
figure
go
it out.
slow, and I'm staying stealth because I want to make sure all 3 of them go that way.
Yeah, they're booking it because they're like, oh crap, something made it in.
All right. And then while I'm going to the south gate, I'm like, guys, get ready. I'm going to open up the gate, and then you guys got to run in, and I mean, like, run.
What the hell, Grist? The gate's already opening. It's opening right now, right?
No, that's the north gate.
They're
That's-
opening.
You're not
Okay,
seeing
okay.
it. You got
okay.
it? All right.
Yeah.
So,
Gotcha,
Are you,
okay.
are you ready? I'm doing it now.
Gotcha.
1,
I gotcha.
2,
I
3,
see what
5.
you did there.
You guys see the gates they're
Now,
open?
come now.
Go. Are you all running?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So what I am doing
Little
is
Jawa
I'm
legs
going to
waddling.
assume that these guys can't walk opposite, and they're going to come continuing counterclockwise. So I'm going to set at the center console, waiting for them to come around. If they come to where the guys are coming in, I'm going to shoot them from surprise.
Okay. So as that gate opens and you guys make it in, you can see the same things that Grist has seen. You see that there are generators, 1 to each wall. So there's 4 generators, 1 to the north, south, east, and west. The compound is this octagon shape. Though large, it doesn't look big enough to hold a garrison that you're kind of hearing over the comms. You're like, there can't be like 20 guys in this building. It's not that big. You see the speeder bikes. You see that. You see this turret facing forward. Look, you are curious? Yes, it can spin.
It glimmers in the sunlight.
It's
and
this
there's an
beautiful
angelic voice.
yeah, this beautiful thing is you see this cool gun. Essentially, it has this very large armored plate. It's a quad. It's a 4 blaster, and it can spin. As the person just sits in the seat, you can see that it would gyrate and move. To
Are you
rotate.
guys thinking what I'm thinking?
We could steal this. Put it on that hover truck. Oh my God, we can scoot and shoot. It's gonna be great.
So what's the closest way up there to that gun?
You got to walk forward.
Are they even in the gate yet?
No, so they made it
Okay,
in.
yeah.
Here's the funny thing: as you hear it closing, you're worried, fear that someone was that happened. The troopers made it to the gate and are closing their gate. You hear roughly the same kind of almost like stereo sound of both gates closing at the same time.
Hurry up! It's closing. I didn't do anything hard. It's
They're
closing.
They're in.
Yeah.
So you guys are
Over
in.
here.
You can hear the gate closing. You see Grist kind of signaling you guys to his little hidey hole over behind this
here's where we're
stairwell
at.
elevator.
As far as I can tell, there's 3 of them in here. They walk a 15-minute perimeter, north to south, south to north. We should be able to jump them as they come again. They should be coming around from there, and I point to my left.
I'm gonna head up to that gun.
What gun?
I'm pointing at the gun over my shoulder.
What? Why?
You just said we're gonna jump them.
Yeah, you're gonna jump from up there? That's insane.
No, I'm gonna shoot them from up there.
Oh.
I'll jump them.
Just
Wait,
stay
if
out
he's
of my
gonna shoot
firing
that-
arc.
If he's gonna shoot that, then you can't jump him.
I mean,
Oh, could you push him and then he could shoot him?
I mean, I could. These turrets that you're looking at, are they the top of the tower?
well, they're on the wall.
No. These are on the ground. These are
they are on the ground.
It's
Yeah.
a wall with a gate, flat ground, turret, other building. Essentially, this is big enough that it can turn to.
And I
shoot.
can rotate the turret
Yeah.
and point it inward.
But it's really
So I
meant
mean-
to shoot critters coming
It's meant
over
to
the
shoot
wall.
Right, so
anyone.
that's what I'm. Yeah, I mean, so we'll take these guys out, and then I'll keep watch while you guys find. what we're
Just
here for.
don't hit any of the generators. We're gonna need those.
Okay.
All right, go.
So
go,
we're all
go,
waiting.
go, go.
Locke is getting into the thing, and
I mean,
and I'm
if
assuming
it's
the rest
not on the
of
top
us-
of the. If
It's
it's
right
not
there.
on the top of the wall, it should be pretty much right here.
Right.
It's right
Yeah.
there. Yeah, at ground level.
So yeah, I mean, I'll stand close to it. I won't man it in case they,
Wait,
they-
yeah.
So they just see they
Right.
just see you just. Hey, can you walk? Keep walking. Thanks. Hey, I appreciate that.
Hey, so I got an idea. Do these shoot just the same as the ones on the ship?
I don't think we have time for this.
Yeah, they're kind of the
Yes
same.
or no?
They're a little different.
I don't know if we have the means to take one of these back to the ship. But.
No. That's
can
not what I'm
definitely-
saying. If they run the other way, I can run, or Victus can run and be like, no, Victus should stay here. You can push him in the thing. I'll run to the other side. I can get one of them. There's 2 of these. There's a turret on the other side. And then if they come back around running from you, I can shoot them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's not a bad idea.
But do they shoot the same as the ones on the ship?
Yeah, I mean they're very similar.
Okay,
I'm assuming
so now I'm going to
Pull the trigger and point.
I'm going to
Yeah.
stealth through the middle.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Oh, Ben.
It's around
This,
the building.
this would be a 3 difficulty as the base is on alert that there may be a malfunction on their walls. So, Locke, are you getting in this mounted turret?
Is it like a seated thing?
Oh, yeah.
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 Okay. Then
It's-
I mean, I guess I'll get in it because if they come around and they see me, then I guess it's on at that point. So
2 success and 2 advantage. Let me see the advantage chart, just in case there's some benefit that I can do for myself. Running over there. Oh, shit. Perform an immediate free maneuver that does not exceed the 2 maneuver per turn limit. So I will spend those 2 to run quicker to the turret.
As you quickly stealth and boost over, you don't see any of the troopers. You guys are...
Which I wasn't expecting to.
Yeah. Jimothy and Victus, are you guys doing anything waiting for the troops?
Waiting for the troopers.
All right.
Finding cover.
All right. There's some easy cover behind this mobile stairwell, like ladder to get you up on the fence, or get you higher so you can do repairs and or pull carcasses from the electrified wall. Locke, you were admiring the craftsmanship of this. As you guys hear troopers walking, they're like, "Oh man, this forest just really causes a lot of damage between the amount of trees and animals." And like as they turn, they see Locke as you're kind of like sitting in this nice like leather seat, being like, "Man, this baby has so much firepower under it." Yes. And they're like, "Who goes there?" As they pull up their blaster, your turret is kind of already facing towards them.
Blast him!
yes, and I blasted them.
All right. So,
Anyway, so I started blasting him.
so can you,
Anyways.
Locke? Can you give me a gunnery check?
Yes, I can.
It's a 2 difficulty. All right.
Are we using the stats for like a heavy repeating blaster right now, like an E-Web?
Yes. I just want you're using something real big.
They're gonna go.
3 hits.
3
success.
Oh.
Any advantages?
No.
Okay. Well, so essentially what this is going to look like, Locke, I'll do this for as you see the turret's like powers up. As it turns, it goes as it's the 4 barrels, kind of like Locke.
Yes.
You move towards it. Your screen, because you can either see through like an iron aimer with what looks like a holographic sight to help
nice.
distance range, or a computer screen which gives you long distance. You immediately know this thing can shoot
They got the
extreme
good
range.
toys.
This is meant more to be on a ship. This should not be a ground turret. Locke, you had 3 successes?
Yes.
Yeah, you did 17 plus 2 extra damage. Who are you shooting at? A sergeant or 2 troopers?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll shoot at the sergeant.
Yeah, the sergeant you see gets you hear the guns go doom doom, that very powerful ion cannon from Hoth sound blast off. The trooper's gone. His
His boots are left there.
His boots are left. He didn't get knocked back. You can hear the sizzling as your proton fired blaster bolt struck the walls, sizzling and still smoking. All of you are kind of holding your ears as you're like, "Oh my god, this loud blaster bolt just went off," and the troopers are like,
Now, am I on the other side?
"Yeah, you
also
just heard
affected?
it. You
Okay.
heard."
No, but I'm still affected.
You heard
less.
enough to you feel the ground kind of shake as this thing fired.
Well, then I am turning this damn thing on.
Okay.
I'm back up.
Oh, you
I want to try it now.
Yeah, you turned the turret on.
I turn it on.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing.
Okay, are you going to aim it at anything?
Well, I'm aiming at what I assume is that the other 2 troopers are. I'm sorry, I wouldn't even know that.
Yeah.
If any of them run this way, I get them in the crossfire effect.
Gotcha. All right, guys, roll me that initiative to see if these people. Hang on a second.
And remind me for initiative, we roll.
You roll your cool or vigilance. My first, before they do this, I need to see if they can make a fear check. Things went real south real fast.
You had to somewhere in your game mastering mind believe that we might do this.
I thought you were gonna stealth in, or just go in and quickly run, or they would you would blow up the door with Jimothy. There were other options, guys. You could have thrown the Accolade corpse on it. Yeah, no, they're not doing too well. All right, cool. So, what did we get, team? What did we get?
I have 2 successes, 2 advantage.
Oh my goodness, really strong. What else we got?
1 success, 2 advantage.
Okay.
2 advantage.
Okay.
3 success, 2 advantage.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Well,
Own it.
well, come on, guys. What did you get? Wow, 3 advantage. Okay. So it's essentially you guys again for a 3rd time. Then my trooper. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And then my troopers. And then one of you guys. Jimothy, you brought up the rear. So who would like to go first on your team?
Victus.
Victus. So Victus first, followed by next.
I would say Jimothy, and then leave the two of us for last. So Lock and
Clean
then
up.
me.
Lock, then my trooper, then Grist. Okay, so Vic, to start off these, your ears are ringing. You can see that there was 3 guards. After this flash of light, there are only 2.
It's like magic.
It's like the Force works in mysterious ways.
So I want to, finally this game of stealth is over, and I kind of rise out from behind this crate, and I'm like striding across this compound. My spear is out to my side. My hand is about halfway up the haft.
Ooh.
The spear itself is kind of coming from behind my arm, up behind my shoulder, so it's my blade is pointed down, like directly at the dirt, but since where I'm holding it, it's not touching the mud. Of course, I wouldn't want to desecrate my blade.
I was
like
thinking
that.
you were, if it was the vibroblade, you're like,
No. I don't. That would be dramatic.
Long-
If I had a lightsaber, I would
Right,
do
yeah,
that.
drag it along the
Right.
ground.
But he doesn't want to dirty his pretty much chainsaw.
Right, exactly. And I'm striding forward. As I stride forward, I want to grab the stormtrooper or the equivalent of stormtrooper
Sure, yeah.
and pull him towards me. And as he's moving towards me, slice
Spear.
him with my blade.
Oh, beautiful. Give me that first. Give me that Force roll.
Yeah. Yes, one black. Yes,
Another
yes,
dark.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
there we
yes,
go.
yes. Good,
Okay.
good.
All right, so roll me an attack. Technically, it'll be at short. He will make it to engage by the time you're hitting him.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming I would have said.
If I need to take a strain to do an extra maneuver, I'm fine with that.
No, because
Because I'm technically doing
you're
and-
moving, doing the force and attacking. Yeah, I would accept 2 strain. Yes,
Okay.
thank you for double checking.
Yep.
God, that's nice. This looks cool.
I always want to play it within the rules.
I appreciate it. I want to see this hit. This sounds cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
2 success. So
Okay. So with 2 success, you hit. Tell me that damage.
it's going to be 6 damage with Pierce 2.
Is that the plus
Ooh.
with +1 for the extra success?
Yeah. Yep.
6 damage, pierce 2.
I'm not very sure. Unfortunately, until I get a lightsaber, my brawn of 1 is my biggest detriment.
Yep. As you pull this trooper towards you, moving towards him, do you say anything as you slice or just?
Nope.
Yeah.
Just silent.
You guys hear the vibro weapons make that sound, that sound as they're kind of functioning. As you do, it cuts easily, almost like it cuts like a knife through blue milk. As it pierces what should have been stronger armor, you can actually cut where the chest piece separates from the waist down. You cut across that black like under armor they wear, opening up his side. You probably could have heard the screams if tinnitus wasn't kicking in from a blaster going off.
A shipboard blaster going.
Yeah.
The earth was shaking.
Guys, we don't like. It's meant to stop Acklay, guys.
It's like someone took like an A10 Warthog minigun and like mounted it, so it's just.
It's meant to stop Acklay.
It did.
Remember what's on here.
Yes.
Yeah, so that one's gone. Going up to next one. What do we got?
All right. Jimothy is itching to try his frag grenade. Can he hit from short range and still maintain cover?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You want to maybe do, just throwing it out there, a maneuver to aim?
I could do that, sure. Oh, yeah, because I was already undercover, so I don't have to use the maneuver to.
Why don't you want the grenade to go astray? What's wrong with you?
I mean, aim isn't really something I have to worry about too much.
You know what's
Yeah,
great?
I did it. Let's see.
You know what's great about it, too?
Advantage.
You have 100% accuracy. It works in a sphere. You're going to hit something.
I got 2 successes and 2 advantages, so I'd like to activate my blast on that.
Oh, these poor troopers. Yeah. What is that damage?
That damage is 8 plus 1, 9, and then blast of 6, 15.
Yep. As this one is blown up and like back, you see his body land against the wall, and like as it kind of sits there for a while because the current
That's a
is
solid
working.
Utini if ever
Is
there
just
was one.
electrocuting it for a bit until the corpse kind of like drops, and the stormtrooper lands. Congrats, guys! You've bullied my troopers to death.
Oh, I mean,
Hey, we
started
bashy
it.
the fashy.
Yeah, you do. They had it coming. This is what you get when you don't take your work seriously.
What's the encumbrance on this gun? Can I carry this?
Lock,
No, I do want to wheel around and face the
Lock-
south gate.
Lock-
Just wait, just daring these guys to come back
Lock,
early.
I want you to know you have a 25 encumbrance with this guy.
Can I keep it?
Look, if we blow up this tower, we'll see if the ship can carry it. We'll come back. But you gotta remember to clean it and feed it.
It's your responsibility,
Yeah.
Locke.
No, I do. What I want to do is once the area is clear of threats, I want to cover the south gate that the patrol exited out of.
What the hell's going on?
Go ahead, hurry up, find it.
What? Wait, what? Did you get him?
Oh yeah, you didn't see none of this.
No, he just heard some really cool stuff.
No, I'm over here.
Targets are clear.
Oh, all right. So I lean back in, turn it off, and then I'm going to run to the first building I see.
So are you running to one of the speeders, or are you running into the compound?
Compound.
Okay.
Yeah.
As
It's
you-
not. Nobody's going to put the JL whatever it is on a speeder.
You never know.
We
Flip
might
the
after
dark
we
side.
find it and leave.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a lot faster than walking back.
Yeah, so as you enter through the compound, you enter that large octagon from the north side.
Okay.
Your team's on the south side. You can see that there are a large number of computers taking up the entire walls. Essentially, the only places that are open are the door you came through and the door directly across from you, quite a bit of ways. It would be essentially, for us, would be long distance.
Gotcha. Hey, guys, what does a JL12F look like?
Hang on. You can see in the center there what looks like. Have you ever been on those UFs that like the old carnivals, the one that like spin enough to keep you? There's a center.
Gravitron?
Like, yes, the Gravitron.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a centerpiece, and as you look at it, it looks like there's a kind of like a ring around it. It looks like it's some type of elevator, or could activate.
All right. So what does it look like? Who knows what the Jimothy? What does it look like?
Wait, just to be clear, are you guys in the tower?
I'm
You're
in-
the
I
tower?
know- I'm
Is
in
you
the-
the only one in
Yeah.
the room?
No,
They're all
I'm in
out,
the.
yeah.
What's it called?
You're in the comms.
I'm in the
station.
compound.
Yeah.
Well, we're all in the compound.
Well,
No,
you're-
I'm in the building.
Okay.
Yeah.
The building that you're still in the gun, right? I assume.
Yeah.
Right.
If you go and open
Yeah,
the door,
the
you
inside
can
of
see-
building behind you.
Well, why
I'm
don't you
in that.
wait for backup and
You
let's
just
all-
said go get it.
Well, we don't know that there's no one else in here yet. We're
Fine.
just assuming that.
Shh.
So
Shut the door. I'm standing outside waiting.
regroup, wait
Hurry
for
up!
backup, and then proceed. I will
So
cover you guys
step
out here.
back out to the north door, and then you guys.
And
go
then I
into
wait
the south.
outside with the door shut. I'm just
guys
tapping my
going-
foot.
watch. He doesn't have a watch.
Are you guys going around to the north to meet Grist? Or are you entering through your side?
Probably through the.
I'm
side
staying on the
wall
gun.
around.
I think it makes sense to have
so,
somebody
too.
watch.
I'm not. You don't hear Grist arguing about that.
Okay. So 3 of you are going to enter the compound.
Yeah.
Locks on
Yeah.
guard duty.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So where do you two go in?
If you guys need some supporting
same way
fire,
you
just
went
tell me
All
which
right, so you
side
come
to
around the
blow
other
up.
side
Yeah.
because I can just see them going in the
Yeah.
south side. It's like, where are you? Lock said somewhere outside.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys come
Yeah,
in there.
you guys
I'm
come
like,
in.
okay, push the button and go in.
Yeah.
Now, what does a JL12F look like?
Can I make a ranked skill check?
You would make based on
We didn't have
your.
schematics or nothing.
No.
Nope,
Be
they
like
just
a
told
knowledge
you.
warfare.
It would be a knowledge warfare to know what you would know about this.
Okay. I don't have that skill, but can I
still
Yeah,
roll
you
for
can,
it.
you can still roll for it. There's just
All right.
just different
Different
difficulty checks.
All right. What's the difficulty?
So there's not much known about this. To know what it looks like, this will be a 4 difficulty.
I thought they described it to us. Or
They did describe it, but you're asking kind of like specifically what does it look like.
Yeah.
Suddenly your force powers kick in.
Lock.
I know what it looks like.
Locke, I have some fun news for you. Your gun doesn't have limited ammo as long as it's plugged in.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Jimothy doesn't know what it is.
Otherwise, it can only shoot 4
Is there
shots.
any
and then has to
realistic
reload.
reason why
Took
Grist
some
would know what it
strain. I
was?
thought about it real hard.
No successes? No. Essentially,
Yeah, I
what
didn't
you
think
do
so.
remember what they described is something the size of like a briefcase.
No, I got 1 hit and three strain, 3 threats.
1 hit and 3 strain. 3. Okay. Yeah. So what you're looking for, again, you're looking for some type of explosive. The JL-12 is a specific bomb manufactured. The chemicals that made it up that make it such an explosive weapon are what's the really important part. The bomb is something the size of a briefcase. Think something that looks like a proton bomb, but gives off higher energy readings.
All right,
Does
so
it
it's
have
not,
any, like-
it's not. There's nothing down here, but I've already been inside. Locke told me to go out. That center thing looks like it might be an elevator.
Let's go. And I walk forwards.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
walk with them.
Yeah. So you
Lock.
walk in.
I get on like, hey, there's an elevator in here, and I don't know how far it goes down. You might want to come with us.
Wait, you think it goes down, not up?
I mean, I guess it could. I mean,
Does
is
it
there
go
a
down?
button on there that shows up and down?
We're standing on it.
Yeah, if you look at it. So essentially what you're looking at is a center center platform. There's actually a longer ring. Sorry, the ring is quite large. I gave it a bad description because I want to make sure you understand. Essentially think of like a, how would I describe this? Like think of like a seat, right? Like a single platform and then a wide saucer, like a teacup on a saucer, right? It can go up or down. This thing can actually, by the size of what you can see, this thing can hold quite a few like crates. This looks larger than it is. for what the room is. Between the vehicles you've seen, between this, you can't fit something like a tank in here, but you can fit something that would easily be like 4 motorcycles or 4 speeders on this platform.
Does it logically look like it goes up?
Yes. Because as you can see, there is a button that goes up or down.
Oh, so it does go down.
Yep.
So, you're probably right. Let's go down.
Lock? I mean, unless you want to hang out here with the Prey Mantis sponsors.
Well, I mean, we probably only got about 10 minutes. For
Yeah, no, I agree with Locke. To have somebody fired up on the front.
All right.
I think it's a good idea.
I hit the button to go down.
As it lights up, whoop, 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 and it begins to like fall down. Those familiar lights, the familiar Imperial tunnels begin to do it as they flash by. You're going fast. Victus, give me a fear check. As familiarity begins to like sink into you. This will be, you'll make a willpower save. Oh, sorry. It's presence and cool versus this is 2 difficulty.
Sorry, I was
Sorry.
just I'm looking at the skills. I had the book open a while ago and I was reading through all the skills and
It's cool and presence.
cool and presence. Okay.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
That I can do.
Yep.
And against what?
It is a 2 purple difficulty.
Okay.
Because your character has some things. It's just you're getting a flashback.
I was about to say you'll describe what's happening to me after I roll.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Just tell me if you succeed. I can know if you start to panic.
I did succeed. 1 success, 1 advantage.
Beautiful. So for a brief moment, as the lights are kind of, because remember, everything in the Empire has this very like totalitarian look, this very like mesmerizing and enchanting kind of hypnotic pattern.
Pulsating.
Yes, as you're going deeper, you feel yourself kind of begin to sink into your mind, but your anger at your previous life, at remembering what quickly flashed by your mind, you're catching in snippets and not in full-blown visions. You remember being brought from when you were first captured from Ryloth. You remember being taken through something similar as a tunnel. You remember things being red, and you remember a lot of people whimpering, crying. You remember heavy boots stamping against the ground. All of these are quick flashes, and then you hear a door open. As that door opens, you are pulled from back into the present as you guys are at the bottom floor.
Victus, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you? And I just walk.
Wait, yeah, no, thanks for checking. I'm fine.
So
What
the
do we
first,
see?
go ahead. The First Order copies very similarly from the Empire. This building has that same pattern. It leads to a hallway going forward. When it does, you can see it splits off left and right.
At the end of the hallway?
Yes, at the end of the hallway. So a T pattern. This thing is about long distance. It's quite a few bit away. You know, Victus would be, if the Empire ever got attacked in one of their bases, this was a very common tactic to hold corners and make them work for it. There's probably walls that pop out and act as barricades. Your memory of being in some of these prison encampments begin to kind of flood your mind.
Any doors down this hallway, either side?
Nothing down. This is essentially hey, if we know we're being attacked, we will hold up and put them to their defenses here.
I know we're under
Ground.
time limit, so I run down the hallway.
Okay.
What are you two doing?
Watching you run down the hallway. Where's he going?
I'm moving a little slowly.
Yeah, I'm walking with pace. My left hand is outstretched, and my hand's just kind of grazing along the edge, and I'm feeling the lines in the wall of the paneling, like just, I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit sentimental, perhaps is the word.
Mm-hmm. So, again, Grist doesn't know to do this, but this seems like the perfect time where his sensibility would go off.
Yes.
Doesn't mean anything's going to come of it, but whoa, it is a dark side. I'm not going to use it.
Oh, you don't want to use
No,
it.
You can
I'm
decide
not
after
gonna
you
use
roll.
As you
Yeah,
kind of
because
begin.
if you use it, you use a power that's not aligned with you, it costs a strain. So if
Yeah.
I roll light side, I take strain for that.
is because essentially he has teachings and he knows how to draw upon it. Some discipline. He is using a counterintuitive discipline, contrary to how he normally handles the Force.
So I'm
reaching
walking
out
towards
in
that
fear,
end, and I think
or-
Yeah.
normally I usually feel something if something bad's going. So
It's Grist, what you would feel just very similar to the Black Suns. This is like a dead planet. This is where you came from a lot of life, and that actually felt more calm than you've ever felt for a long time. This is a different style because you're used to more primitive
Peaceful.
planets,
Yeah.
more peaceful. This is this is so metal. We're so underground. This is weird. This is very weird feeling. As you reach the end of the hallway, there's two paths as it goes to a T, and then it again octagons out, begins to turn left. You can see that there is a door on either side, a little bit of the ways. These aren't marked, but there are periodic computers, panels in front, things to indicate hey, if you need to locate or utilize a tool or a comm device, it could be there.
Okay, so I'm gonna sniff down both hallways. I'm waiting for them anyway.
You guys catch up and see the similar scene as it goes T, and then
What do you guys think? Which way? Start right.
Do I feel compelled to go a certain way? Ooh, I don't have sense
you don't have
Grist,
sense,
but I don't know. Familiarity, perhaps. If not, I'll make it random.
No, I like this. I like this idea.
And it could be completely wrong, which is the best part.
Absolutely could
I love it.
You know what I like?
It's like a mirror floor plan of the other base.
Right. So he's uses all.
Give me-
It's like we go left here, I'm sure of it. Nope.
I would accept either warfare or lore. Just a lore check for.
Well, they're both the same roll, so
Yeah.
what am I rolling against?
This for you will be a 2 difficulty plus a blue.
Ooh.
You are drawing upon your history and familiar compounds.
Nope. Well, 1 failure, 1 advantage. So.
Okay. It's hard. So what you see is you see the Empire. You're having this weird overlap for what you're seeing and then what you remember. You actually see flashes of the black pilots, the stormtrooper pilots. You see some of the old-fashioned armored troopers, the Imperials kind of walking, and it flashes back. You would take a feeling that the Empire, and I know this sounds funny, but right, because the Empire is always right.
Okay. We should go right.
Okay. I'll start walking.
Okay.
The only thing at the hallway is a door.
There is hallway, and they continue on, but you have to get around to that corner. So are you going to check that first door?
Oh yeah, of course.
So first door. Okay, door open. This looks like a small bunker area. This essentially like a barracks that doesn't have anyone in it.
Were there lights on in it when it came in? Did they light up when
As
it came
the door
in, or-
opens, it lights
They
up.
lights up. All right, and nothing obvious.
Nope. What you see here is 4 bunks.
Yeah,
You
that's-
see
yeah,
4
keep going.
lights. Okay. As you continue on, this one, as it turns, straightens out again to make that octagon. You see a door to the left and a door to the right, and then the panel continuing. As you do, you see 2 troopers turn, coming towards you as they pull up the blasters. Who are you? How did you get here? What do you guys do? Because Grist, you went around first.
I went around first.
So what do you do?
Cleaning. I don't know what else to say.
All right, give me a deception check.
Difficulty 22.
Difficulty.
6 purple.
Sorry, I have all the difficulty dice.
What is this one? Difficulty. Difficulty 2 purple.
Oh, that's,
Wow, they are not smart.
that's not terrible.
These guys are pretty liable.
Wow, 2 successes, 2 threats.
Yeah.
Do you want me to take strain?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. As you do a quick
Very
light, you
strange.
guys hear Grist. You hear the voices. That familiar one,
Like, oh, okay.
Grist.
Cleaning,
Do you do
of
anything with your body?
Yeah, I was like, cleaning.
Yeah.
Put my hands up.
Essentially, they have their blasters. They kind of begin to walk towards you. How did one of the slaves get out? What are you doing up there? Where's the guard keeping you under wraps? As they walk up.
So the moment he says, "How'd that slave get out?" and I'm like, "Oh, there's slaves here."
So he asked me that. I say, oh, he's back around the corner. I was sent ahead because I can go faster than most of them.
Are you walking towards them?
No, I'm standing still.
Yeah. They don't lower their weapons as they begin to approach you. And they're like, all right, well, where's your quinine supplies then, huh?
You don't have to have the guns drawn on me.
As they get
As I'm hollering
closer,
back.
as they get closer, they're like, shut up! And one of them kind of takes a pot shot at you against your side.
Like, shoots me?
Yeah, he
Oh.
doesn't shoot you. He's
Pokes
scared.
me.
Yeah, he.
Hey!
No, he takes a
Yeah.
blaster shot to your left against the wall. You guys hear a blaster
Yeah.
go off.
Okay.
Shit.
My hands, look, they're fuzzy.
Yeah.
So
Put him down.
this whole time, the tension's been racketing up.
Yeah.
As this is, and as soon as the blaster happens, I'm gonna run around the corner. I'd like to make a coordination roll if I can to like as I come around the corner, jump off the opposite wall with my spear, and then slice him with my spear.
Yep, go for it. Absolutely.
Okay,
Surprise
so
attack. Take a blue for that as well. They're surprised.
Do I need to make a coordination first to see if I do it?
Coordination as part of your attack. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see if that adds an extra blue.
Okay,
Yep,
so-
go for it. So coordination. This is a. Actually, this will be a 1 difficulty.
Cool.
Because there's nothing impeding you.
Yeah,
There's
pretty
nothing.
straightforward. Wow. 2 advantage.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, you didn't succeed. Essentially, you do make the jump.
Okay.
It doesn't get you an extra blue, but it does recover your strain as you're kind of. I would
Building
imagine
momentum.
this. Yeah. Well, this feels familiar. You're starting to actually be calmer in an intense situation.
Cool. And then the attack.
Common response for people with PTSD.
2 success, 1 advantage.
All right. So your damage, sir?
Damage is going to be 6.
6. Okay.
Yeah, with Pierce 2.
Okay, yeah. As you cut through, yes, there's 2 troopers. You can see them both looking. One of them still has the kind of sizzling blaster. That's the one I'm imagining you're cutting.
Yep. Whoever took the shot.
Yeah, you pretty much stab through his back and like pull his body down as you like clean through and then rip out your spear. The other one kind of like you can hear the shock that as he just watched his friend die. Roll for initiative. Yay, one little dude. Come on, buddy.
1 success, 2 advantage.
And for initiative, we're rolling our...
You're rolling.
Probably
You would get
cool,
vigilance. The
right?
other 2 people get cool because Victus, you are already engaged. You are ready. Everyone else, Jimothy and Grist, are cool.
Oh, okay.
Yep. What do we got?
2 successes.
2S. What you got?
2 success, 1 advantage.
2 success, 1 advantage.
All right. Well, you all get to go because my poor guy just got advantage.
Okay, so if he zaps one, and I'm gonna feel that pretty much, I'm just gonna pull out my blaster and shoot this one.
Okay.
Grist shot first.
Hell yes, I do.
No, he shot second.
Technically, trooper shot first.
Against?
That's what I'm saying.
This is you are in with a small pistol and engage range, so it still counts as the average 2 difficulty. You don't get to add an extra one.
2 success, 1 advantage, and I'm gonna take that 1 advantage and pass the blue die to Victus.
What is your damage?
The damage for that is going to be, I think it's 6.
Boom! As your blaster quickly hits and
7, because it'll be 1 extra success, 2 success.
Beautiful.
Is it not Jimothy next?
Jimothy will
No.
be Victus next.
It's Victus.
Oh.
So you do hit it. You can see it kind of like smokes. It startles him.
Yep.
Yep.
He's still alive, though?
Yep.
Murder time.
Murder.
Murder.
Murder. Mayhem. Wait.
Oh, yeah. 3 success, 2 advantage.
3 success, 2 advantage.
I've
yeah.
drained all my strain, finally.
Trust me, he will go down easily. Tell me how this looks.
Okay, well, first, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was referring to passing in blue to my compatriot. Anyway, so how this looks, so Grist just like pulled out a blaster and fired from the hip, didn't even aim, just and fired into him because it's point blank. The dude is kind of stunned backwards. He's, like 1 step, then 2 steps backwards. I'm pulling the blade out of the first stormtrooper, and this spear kind of comes out from him and then from below into without because my back is to this guy who's just walked away from me, and so my blade's going to be pointed behind me and stab the dude behind me.
I love it. God, so good. Yeah, as it pierces through him, you can hear. I am going to burn one of my destiny points. Dun, dun, dun. Flip it to a white. As he's dying, you can hear intruders, and as he coughs through, you can see the blood begin to drip down. Comms went off. Locke, you hear this over your comms. Intruders, and then the sound of a man dying. For a brief second, you all kind of sit there, and then
We need to go quicker.
as lights
go.
switch to red.
There's a door here. This goes into the complex, and there's a door on the outside. I gotta assume it's in the middle. It would be the safest place to guard.
Let's check him.
All right.
Yep. So you're going into the first middle. This one actually opens into yet another large platformed elevator. There's no center part. There is only down.
What do you think? Down?
I think
I think if they were going to hide something and they were going to do explosive, they'd do it deep underground or way away from the base.
This one, as you can see, there is actually kind of a small screen that shows you the platform. So there's the big compound above it. This looks kind of like a diamond upside down, or a triangle upside down. Main area, then there's a second area, a third area, and then a fourth. And then it looks like some type of like line going from the bottom.
That's the place. That's the place. That's the place.
I mean, back on Ryleth, we have an expression, the Deathrack are reptiles that have fangs pointed inward, and the only way to pull your arm out is by sticking your hand further in. And I step onto the elevator.
I feel like that's what I said. and I got on the elevator as well.
Not
I
nearly as
followed
cool,
him.
though.
Locke, can you still read us?
What's going on down there? What going on there?
Yeah, that's my question to you.
Comms are actually still working, so your comms are choppy. The helmet comm lock is still doing great, as you heard that loud and clear. Your other one's kind of giving. You can even hear the like kind of static every time you're talking.
So wait, so I'm speaking on our comm, and he's hearing it on.
No, he's hearing
Oh,
on your
okay.
comm. I'm just saying because
Yeah.
he heard from the guy dying on the helmet that he still
Locke,
has.
we're
from the
going
sergeant.
deeper in.
We're going.
Can you hear us?
So their comms must have some sort of relay or something, and our comms are getting.
Yeah.
Are you saying
Oh,
that?
we have like 100
No, I'm
feet
just-
of dirt between us.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe more.
Because if you don't say anything, there's no reason I would go.
No, I mean
pick up
I'll
the
respond like Grist. Do you read? Do you copy? I can't hear anything.
This is terrible.
Can I try and fiddle with the comms to get them to work?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
Boost those
Boost
comms.
that comm.
Move
So
that
give me.
bus.
How are you going to do this? You're going to try to like do it like fix your own comm and use that as a relay, or
Hook
like,
up your
I'm gonna-
blaster power cell to the comm.
you,
Just amp
I
it
mean,
up to
essentially, there's
30.
multiple
I
ways.
was gonna Frankenstein my comm with either.
Then I would say
wires.
mechanics. The mechanics one to try to. Remember, he still has the other helmet. You can.
No,
try
no, no.
to-
I don't have the
Oh.
other helmet. I didn't. I
Oh.
never picked it up ever since
Oh.
it went off and I turned it
Oh,
off.
I didn't-
But
okay.
there are two helmets in the hallway.
Yeah.
I'm just
Right.
saying that
Do you
none of
want-
us would have grabbed them.
Do you want to grab one of those helmets and try to see if you can
I was
like,
gonna
hot
use
relay
2 of
one?
our own comms.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. Then give me a
Wait,
mechanics check.
Why did you use one of the ones in the hallway? That'd be a whole lot better than using these just in case we need them later. I mean, they could
Well,
break.
Aren't we already on the elevator though, going down? So that
Are we actually going down already?
Your goal was you were hopping on. I'll give you a few seconds to say you did to backpedal there if you need
Oh,
to.
okay, sure. Yeah,
Yep,
we
yeah.
can grab
Yep.
the
So
one.
you grabbed it.
I don't think we have the time to sit here and wait for
Yeah.
it.
Locke, fun. As you heard this going on, you hear all of a sudden comm chatter explodes. You hear the like beep, beep as there's essentially coming from this helmet that I'm assuming like you have like attached to your hip.
Yeah, no, I mean I was wearing it if I could.
Oh yeah,
but,
yeah. That's right.
Stinks in here.
Yeah. Essentially, what you're hearing is like all troops return to the main base. We have been infiltrated. I will be leaving shortly for our destination. Do not allow followers. As you're hearing, it's essentially it's like Red Squadron responds, 12th Legion responds. Like so you're like, oh crap, there was a lot of people out coming back home. So thank goodness you're on a turret.
Hurry!
Do we hear any of what he's trying to say?
Let's see if this comm clears
What's
it up.
the difficulty?
This will be a 2 difficulty.
2 difficulty. Okay.
You're performing a simple maintenance mechanic upgrade. We'll see how much it boosts.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Really?
Double
Oh my
triumph!
God, double triumph! Oh, my
baby,
goodness.
triple!
I dare say I do it and some.
So you blow it up figuratively and metaphorically. Yeah, Jimothy.
He's just like when you use 5G phone service for the first time, you just can hear like the breathing, like, "Hey, Locke! Holy shit! Like you're right next to me."
Surround sound.
Right.
welcome to Utini. Yeah, if you could hear in 4K, welcome to what this sounds like.
Yeah.
I will actually say, due to 2 major successes, yeah, you upgraded what would essentially be short-range comms to mid-range comms.
Guys,
So
come
for-
in now. You
yeah.
gotta hurry up. Get out of there now.
It's coming in when it's clear, and just apart from like his panic, like, yeah.
What do you mean? What's going on?
What's
I'm like
going on,
I'm
Cat?
like leaning over Slim Jim here, and I'm like leaning over and talking into the mic. What do you mean? What's going on?
This is worse than we thought. We gotta get out of here. Come on, hurry up.
We don't have the thing. We didn't even find the JL thing.
What's going on? What do you mean? What's getting worse?
All troops are returning to base, and it sounds like somebody else is here.
How many troops could there possibly be in a base like this?
Locke, I think you need to go get the ship ready and meet us here at the if you can, and then by the time we get up, we'll board the ship.
My eyes go wide. Wait a minute. Locke can't fly the ship. I don't say that over the comm unit.
Sounds like a plan. I'm gonna run to one of the speeder
Grist.
bikes.
It's okay.
Yeah,
There you
jumping out of the turret
tur-
and run into one of the speeders.
All right, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna jump on that bitch and
Yep, where are you
whir it
going?
up, and I'm headed back to the ship.
All right, give me a
I do need to open the
piloting
gate. So.
planet. Give me a piloting planet. Did you actually tell him what the code
No!
is? All right,
We haven't thought about
yeah.
this
Hey,
yet.
man,
I thought we were...
so-
You
Code?
know what opens doors? Turrets.
So yeah, jump off, go to the speeder, look back at the gate, and be like, jump back to the gun.
Yeah. As you, I'm gonna go in. You're just like gonna hold down the trigger for a second.
Do we
Yeah.
feel that being 4 levels down?
As you guys are starting to ride the elevator, he's panicking. You can hear him be like, "All right, I gotta go to back to the ship." All of a sudden, you hear, and you're like,
What do you think that is? That's not good.
Yeah.
I feel a great disturbance.
You actually see the,
As
like,
if a door just cried out and then was silenced.
Yeah, welcome to the... There actually was a power flux because essentially you blew up part of the current that leads the entire wall.
Yeah. Like the
yeah,
lights flash for a second.
You essentially shot like a ship-destroying turret. Yeah, no, there is a hole now. It's smoking. You can actually see the electricity from the things like the generators are like wah, 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 wah. You see the little mouser, the truck mouser come out like as it's trying to like it's like sitting there, it goes like like and like sails off. It's like, oh my god, no!
It's like tiny little fire suppression, like
Yeah.
squirts out. Like little stream.
It has like that little like foam.
It's like an electrical circuit board
Yeah.
suppression system.
Right.
It's trying to spit out the whole gate.
Yeah, poor thing's trying to like put this little thing out. As you just pretty much hop on your speeder. Give me a planetary piloting as you can take the speeder back and hopefully don't crash into a train.
Oh,
What is
3
your-
hits and a.
what's he
advantage.
rolling
What's my
against?
difficulty?
This difficulty is how are you going pedal to the metal back? Like
Yeah, no, I mean, I want to get back as fast as I can, but
then
I
this
already
will be
rolled, so
three,
it's kind of.
3 difficulty. Have you ever ridden a speeder, Lock?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I would think so.
Ever? I mean, your planet was kind of like what, desolate and dark.
Yeah,
It wasn't really
open.
forested.
Badlands. Oh yeah, no, we're just
Okay.
arid bad.
Are you still wearing the other helmet as well, the trooper helmet?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to say a black just because it's sitting weird. You're going high speed, taking some sharp turns, maybe random acclays. You know, who knows what else?
purple. 3 troopers.
3 purples and a black.
Let's see what we got.
So that's 1 failure and 1 advantage.
Okay, you don't
That freaking black wasn't there.
I know.
you don't crash, but you are like, and then all of a sudden, like as you're like going, you're like, oh crap, slam on the brakes, like you're having to like throttle up and down to kind of like avoid hitting these trees.
Damage
You're
to
used
bike,
to just
yeah.
open plains.
Yeah, just veering back and
Yeah.
forth. No, really, one time I did ride a horse through a forest, and it was like I had no control over this horse because I was a kid, and like I was going through trees where like I had to pull my thighs up on top of the horse to keep from getting hit.
Horses
on
are
the tree.
terrifying.
God,
I don't know how people.
it was. I was like, how to do
Look, I love them. They're majestic creatures until you have to like ride with them or work with them. And
Through
then
a
they're-
forest.
Then they are dumb dogs.
It's horrifying.
They're
I mean, I
very
thought I
dumb
was going to
dogs.
lose both legs. I thought I was going to be paralyzed for life.
So, yeah. So why that's
Imagine
going
anyway.
on,
That's what I think this is like.
Yeah, you pulled your leg.
Yeah, that's what I was
going
trying to
on,
do.
You guys are taking your elevator down.
Yep.
Do you guys talk about anything?
I
say
think we
anything?
should be prepared for anything. And I get my blaster out.
As you're coming down, Victus, another memory flashes before your eyes. This one you remember a little bit more. This is after you have finished your slavery and had first been brought back in to the order. You remember that there were robed figures wearing kind of like leathers and helmets. You never actually saw their face, but you remember their voices, you remember their blades. Their blades were unlike anything you've ever seen because they lit up in glue like pure plasma and energy, and they had a circle around the handle. These people were dark, and every time they walked, there was always anger, there was always despair, and there was always death. And as the first thing you remember is when you finally got brought to this order, and they finished their talk that you were somehow chosen due to your ability to survive. That kind of flashes before your mind. The next flash comes from when you were going to freeze yourself in carbonite. The same feeling, the same memory of the alarms going off as you were setting up the computer codes and putting yourself into the carbonite freezer. You remember that the Imperials, when things go bad, they respond in full force into some locations. So you expect when this door opens that you will be greeted by some type of troops.
They're on the other side of this door.
Really? All right. Again, I'm going to do sense.
Yep.
It's dark. I'm going to use it.
Okay. Fear is taking over.
Fear is starting to pound through me. I don't know what's there. I mean, this is not going the way I thought it was going to go.
Me neither.
And so I am
sticking out of my
use-
helmet. I'm like,
I am using sense, and I'm using the Force user can sense the Force interacting with the world around him. You may spend it to sense all living things within short range, sentient and non-sentient.
You know what? I like that. And I'm going to flip a dark side token to boost you up another light. And because you're sensing, you're drawing on fear, your primal instinct, you're in a cage. Like
Right,
you are
I mean,
in a,
that's it.
Yeah,
I'm in a cage
You're in
and
a
I'm going into
cage,
darkness.
and you're going into a bad situation. Your teammates already told you things are going to get worse before they get better. Victus seems to have some type of like vendetta going on here. So when you reach out, your primal animal fear reaching out, You don't just reach short. I'm going to actually say it kicks up to its magnitude. You sense in this place an intense amount of panic. Can you give me a fear check? I want you to do cool versus 3 difficulty. As you are feeling the panic of all the other beings in this compound.
Thank God. 1 success, 2 threat.
Okay, so your fear
There's a
being
lot of
encamped
threat
and
that
like
succeeds.
enclosed, your
There's
fear
a lot of
of
strain,
like
but still
danger.
succeeds.
All of a sudden, you start hearing other whimpers in your head. You hear these things of like in different languages that you can't understand. Some of it in basic, some of it in other stuff. You hear, "Please, one, please, safe. Oh no, it's gonna happen this time. Required troops, put down. We don't know what's coming here. Everyone barricade." And then you hear this other voice off in the distance. "I will not be disturbed this time. I will earn my rank back. Yes, Commander." As you hear, "Get the thrusters going. We're heading to Ord Vaxel." ORD space VAXAL.
Hey, guys, just trust me. There's a lot of stuff on the other side of this door. Like you said, I just feel a lot of panic, a lot of distress. There's a lot of fear. I think those slaves they were talking about, I think they're on the other side of this door. And then somebody who's maybe I don't know what you call it, a slave master?
So I look at Grist, and this is clear indication of a force use, which I had no idea about as a character.
My ears are down.
And so my eyebrows just kind of raised. I don't say anything, but I definitely note it to myself. Of, like,
I don't understand it. It comes to me sometimes, but it's never wrong. And then I again take my blaster in hand, and I'm ready.
Yep. So, do you guys prep any weapons, any shots, anything like that? This
I
is your
have my
chance to start.
my spear ready.
Okay.
My grenades.
Okay. As you do, the elevator kind of stops. The red lights are still on. As the door opens, you guys see out into this hallway. Darkened lights, only that red glow filling this black room. What
Are
you
they flashing or just a straight
solid
red?
red. This
Okay.
is the equivalent of the closest you can get to that feeling of hell. Because as the door opens, what is in front of you, you see a large group of bodies. What takes a second to register, and you realize where you see that kind of darkened camouflage with the single red line glinting back at you, giving them almost better camouflage than when they're in the tree or in the forest, are
God.
about 8 troopers with blasters pointed at you. What you see also is that in front of each trooper, they are holding what looks like a chained slave as a shield. And that is where we will end tonight.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And if you have any feedback for us, please feel free to comment on our podcasts or email us directly at ncrpproductions@gmail.com. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, our Seeks and Employees of the Month, David II, F, S, Michael H, and Michael P. And of course, our Breaker of Seals, Frank H, Christopher C, Matthew K, and The Lab. Trademarked. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it.